wrote, directed, and co-starred as Silent Bob in the films Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy, and his latest, Dogma. Please welcome Kevin Smith.
I'm good. I'm sorry. I had to hug you. Because last time I was here, I walked right past you.
Oh, that's okay.
And I felt bad. And then when I heard that he was leaving the show, I was just like, it must have been me. So I knew when I came out. Yeah. So
maybe now he'll stop. Yeah. You hugged him, yeah. Now all is right with the world. You know, first of all, this film, it's somewhat controversial because you're talking about God, you're talking about faith. Yeah, it's also it's a very accessible movie, and it's got a big cast: Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Chris Rock. You're in this film. I mean, this
Alan Rickman,
Alan Rickman's in it. Yeah, it's very. Yet the film itself is talking a lot about religion, and in a way that makes me think, you know, you must have had schooling in one of the faiths. You must have been religious as a kid.
No, I've just started learning about Jesus, and I think it's fascinating. He seems like a really good guy.
You hadn't heard of him before?
No.
Jesus sounds like a pretty cool dude.
It's new. It's all new to me. I've been 8 years of Catholic school.
Right.
And it's always been kind of a favorite topic of mine. I'd been an altar boy, too, as well, when I went to
Did you like being an altar boy?
School. I dug it. Being an altar boy is kind of like, it's like being in a play, in many ways. Were you ever an altar boy?
I was actually a lector. I was one of the kids that has to read.
Yeah, we used to make fun of you.
You used to make fun of me personally.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't even know me. You're like, I said, there's this Conan O'Brien in Boston who deserves a beating.
Exactly. It was you get up there, you got yourself a costume. You have to memorize lines. You're pretty much the focus of attention. Except, you know, for the priest, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the priest
There's the priest, but mostly it's the altar boy.
Right. I always assume people are looking at me. I mean, but it's kind of like if you're in the play and the priest is the focus, you're like cop 2 in the play. You know, you're the side guy. People like, you got a few lines, you ring a bell, and people kind of like it.
Did your, now this movie, I saw the movie last night. I was curious, like your parents, for example. What would your parents think of this movie?
They liked it, but I'm not sure my parents are real big fans of what I do. They're happy I have a job, right? And I stopped living at home and stopped borrowing money.
That's most parents. The minute you start paying for your own apartment, you could be a hired assassin. They don't care.
Right. Yeah, they were just happy, I think, with the movie that we haven't been excommunicated. That's my mother asked, "We're going to be excommunicated?"
Right.
I thought, what does that mean? But once she found out it was okay.
You're just figuring out who Jesus is.
Exactly. But both the parents are kind of mystified by what I do. I don't think it's really their cup of tea.
Do they like your other movies?
Well, like on Clerks, I showed them Clerks the first time my mother watched it, and afterwards she was like, "You spent $28 grand on that piece of garbage?" And I was like, "Thanks, Mom. Very Brady-like of you." And,
a good supportive mom.
A lot of support there. Chasing Amy, they seem to like a little more. I guess that was the first one they kind of got into, and I remember my father didn't fall asleep till like halfway through the movie, which is a good sign. And my mother was laughing, like, you know, at all the oral sex jokes, which was a little weird and off-putting. Because you're like, why do you find that funny, Ma? You know.
Right.
And she's like, no reason.
Yeah. So, you couldn't leave well enough alone, could you?
I'm going to make sure.
I hope you're proud of yourself.
I'm going to tell
altar boy.
Yeah.
We do. I want to show. I want to show a clip here from the movie, and this features Chris Rock, and he plays the 13th apostle, who you've never heard about, and he claims it's because his name's Rufus.
He left out of the Bible because he's black.
He's black, and they never got to. It's a very funny idea.
Right. That's all it is. A funny idea. The rest of the movie is crap, I guess.
Good pitch. Well, here he is he's with two characters. You're Silent Bob.
I play Silent Bob.
And your friend Jay. And this is where he's trying to convince you that he knows that he...
basically, since he's dead, he's been dead for a long time, he kind of watches what goes on Earth, and Jay kind of
challenges him.
Yeah, and challenges him, and you know,
sure.
You can set it up.
That's right. I directed and wrote this film. Let's take a look at this clip from Dogma.
Man, tell me something about me.
You masturbate more than anyone on the planet.
You know, everyone knows that. Tell me something nobody knows.
When you do it, you're thinking about guys.
See, not all the time.
That's a bad guy to have around. I don't want to hear those things about myself. The movie is Dogma. It opens next Friday. Big cast and a very unusual film. I've never seen one quite like it.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a little
cool job.
different. Thanks.
Very nice to have you here. Kevin Smith, everybody. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.